Hello there, I'm Marcus from Blue Dart Games, and this is Helen with me as well. We're going to actually take a look at the rules and play Horror in the Library from cold, going through the rules together so that you can follow along and you can see what the rules mean in actuality. So this might be quite a long video, but hopefully you'll find this useful. And we're also going to do a quick video as well, so you can just get stuck straight into it. But for those of you that want to read through the rule book along with us and watch the video, then off we go. So I will have the rule book here to the side. I'm going to skip the intro because there's quite a bit there. And basically what we have to do is we've got to find secrets to be able to escape to the library, otherwise we're trapped here for eternity. But there's a lot more to the story which you can read for yourselves. Okay, so the next section then is the box contents, which I will go through together. So first thing we have is the library bookcase screen, which is here, and this is what we need to be able to search for the pages that we need to match to our secrets. Then we've got our player boards. These are the player boards. And you can see that on the player board is the fortitude meter, the searches, spaces for the secrets that we need to find, and where we put the pages when they match to the secrets. And you can see I've got on my board, I've got the advanced version, and on the flip side, which is what Helen's got, is the classic version there, which doesn't have the advanced mode. But if she wanted to play advanced, we would both have the boards flipped over to the right side. Okay, so next is, we can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 library tiles. So there are actually 8 library rooms, and then 1 is the portal in the middle, but that doesn't have a tile. And we'll see why these all have handles during the game. So there's the green portal tile, that's the next thing on the list. Then we've got our red bag, we have our blessings and curses cards, there's the blessings and curses. We have our page cards here, the secret tokens, and these we've stacked up here in their different colours. And you can see it says red, green, yellow, white, blue, K. Why K? So K is for black, and that's taken from the old printer's letter, so they were always called black K. So that's when you have printing CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow and black. So the next thing is our character tokens. So they're here, and we put those on the portraits of the characters themselves. So we've got Hermione and I've got Eldred. We've got our 4 action markers, so for each player, and there's 4 players in the game, there is an action marker. Now the action marker, you don't need to use it, but it's just a simple way of keeping track, if you find it useful, and I personally do, of keeping track of how many actions. There are 3 actions in total, and so on my turn I can just use that to go through recording how many actions I've actually got left. The next thing is the search markers. These are the search markers, they're numbered, and we use those as we're moving around the library. Then we have the monster tokens over here, and we have level 1 monsters, and then we have our level 2 monsters. We have blessings and curse coins, they're actually inside the bag at the moment. Then we have the monster stands, obviously to keep the things upright. And we have our cubes for the search meter, the red ones. And then we have the counters for the fortitude marker. So that's the yellow counter that runs along here. Obviously we have dice, and we have a white dice and a yellow dice. And then the last thing on the list you'll find here are the handles that need to be screwed in with a screwdriver. And actually, what I recommend is something like this, which has got the crosshead on it for the screws at the bottom of the tiles. So that is the box contents. So next thing, setting up the game, where you can see we've set up the game already. It tells us where to put the bookcase, where to put the page cards, the blessings and curses, the bag of blessings and curses, the character tokens, the monster tokens, the player boards, and we've just got 2 here, but you would have 4 or 6 along the table, so following along either side. The secret tokens, here we go, getting the players ready. Right, so the player board, let's start with that. So we place 1 counter on the fortitude meter at 0, so that's where that is there. And where the white needle sits, okay, so that's an easy way to remember, it's just where that white needle sits. Okay, place the set of search action markers on the player board as indicated. So they go there, and that goes there. Right, so deciding how long you want to play. Horror in the Library can last as long or as short as you wish. You can control the duration by deciding how many secrets need to be found, up to a maximum of 6. So we know the secrets are here on the board, and there are the secret tokens. So what we're going to do is we're going to decide how many we're going to play. We're going to just collect a couple for a demonstration. So what we each do is randomly select 1 of each different colour. So not 2 reds or 2 greens, but a red and a green I'm going to go for. So I'll just take a red. And what I do is I put those letters facing upwards onto my secrets area, like that. So Helen's going to do the same thing. Okay, so that's the secret tokens dealt with. Then we're going on to first player. So each of us will roll a die to see who goes first. You can do it any other way you like, but that's our default way. So we just roll. Highest number would go first. I've got 2. Oh, all right, so we can roll again. I've got 5 and you've got 4, so I get to go first. Okay, so what do we do next? Well, the players place their character tokens on a library room tile of their choice to start. They can place the character on any tile except the green portal. More than 1 player can occupy a room at both the start and during play. So we're just going to work out where we're going to go, and I think I'm going to go over here. Okay. So now we can crack on with starting the game. So it says here, the first player can now begin play. A player can play up to 3 actions per turn and play them in any order. So what are the 3 types of actions? We've got a move. So if I take my character here, I'll show you what a move is. So a move is where we can move from one door to the other. So I'm going to actually just set this up here. And I'm actually going to turn that around here. I'll use Hermione to show you what a move is. Okay, so a move. So if Hermione is here, a move can be moving through the door, which is open like that. And that won't cost us anything in fortitude. But if the door is closed on that side and we move through, that doesn't cost any fortitude. However, if we find that the door that we're in the room that we're in, so here for example, if that door is closed and that one's open and we want to move through it, we have to slightly dematerialise, and that will cost us -1 fortitude. Okay, so that's one type of move. The other type of moves we have are rotations of the rooms, as you saw earlier on. So if I was in this room, I wouldn't want to go through that closed door. I can elect to rotate that room tile and move through like that. Or if I was wanted to go to this room, I could use 1, 2 actions to rotate that room tile if I wanted, and then use the 3rd action to move into the room. So I can rotate a tile 90 degrees, and I can rotate the room tile I'm in or the 2 adjacent tiles to the room I'm in. Okay, so then the next type of action we've got is a search. So I will want to start, and I'll actually start playing the game. So I'm going to search the bookcase first. So I'm going to put my first search marker onto the bookcase here, which I can see in the room, and then I log my first search. I then take the 2 dice, and you'll see there the 2 different colours, yellow and white, and that's because on the bookcase screen here we can see yellow and white, so our X and Y. So if I roll the dice, you can see that says 3, 1, so I can go 3 along and 1 down, and I can see that is a red. So I can pick up a red page. Now, what I need to do before I can pick up the page now, it doesn't really matter. So I pick that page up, I flip it over, then I look at my secret and I look to see if it matches. So I can see that that secret doesn't match the secret tile. A page doesn't match the secret. So I can't put it in there. So I'll put it to one side. Okay, so that is one type of search, and I've used one action. So then my next action is going to be looking at the different type of search. So I use search marker as before, and I'll put that on the drawer. I record the search, and then rather than using the dice, I have a good old rummage in the bag, and I pull out a coin and I look to see what it is. It's a blessing. I leave it out, and then I take a blessings card. I can look at that card. I don't have to show it necessarily unless it's an instant use. This one I can keep hold of and use it when I need it. So what I do is I put it to one side like that. So those are searches. The next thing I can do is we're going to record that action. I can do a look. Now there are 2 types of look. I don't have to move my tile. I can look at a painting, or I can look at a mirror. So technically, if I look at a mirror, that's a teleport. So I can actually teleport myself from this mirror to any other mirror that's available in the room. So in this layout, we've got one here and one here. So I can teleport from that one to that one, or I can teleport from that one to that one. But if I do that, that puts me into minus numbers. So that's -2, which means I can't search. So if actually what I would probably want to do is on this turn look at the painting. Now why do I need to look at paintings? Because the paintings help me restore my fortitude. So to be able to work out how much fortitude I'm going to get restored by looking at the painting, I take one of the dice, and it doesn't matter which colour you use, pick it up and then roll it. And we look to see what the score is. So 1 to 2 on the dice has given me 1 point of fortitude. 3 to 4 will give me 2 points of fortitude, and 5 to 6 will give us 3 points, the maximum restoration of fortitude. So I actually get 3 here, so that means I've got 2 points of fortitude restoration. So I can go 1, 2, and then that would be my last action and my round done. So when we have finished that, we can then look at exchanging and playing bonus actions. So exchanging, what is an exchange? So an exchange is when we have got cards that we've built a set. So when we've got the page cards here, if they don't match, what we can do instead is set up sets of cards. So I can either have 2 reds, or I could have a red, a green and a blue. That would also be a set. So 3 different colours, or 2 of the same colour. I can then, once I've got those sets, I can then go to another room and exchange them for exactly the card I need that's in the deck of the relevant page colour. Then playing bonus actions, any bonus action is a bonus action where I use either a blessing or a curse, and some cards can actually be used out of your turn, but it will tell you what you can do on the card. The other type of actions we'll see are when that are bonuses are when we attack monsters. So we'll do that in a moment. We've talked about the different actions. So you can see on page 7 and page 8 that talks in detail about searching the drawers and searching the bookcases. It also then talks about how you match pages to the secrets. So pages and secrets, there we go. It then talks about looking, so the mirrors, the pictures, which we've covered, and blessings and curses. So what we're going to do now is play a few rounds, and we'll then see where we are in the rules. Okay, so I have finished my go, and now it's over to Helen to play her go.
Okay, so I'll reset that. And I will also search. So I'm going to go bookcase. Do I have the dice, please? Thank you. 3, 2 is black.
Okay.
Yep. And I haven't got black page, so that's fine. I will search number 2. Search the drawer. I've also got a blessing. Okay. And I've got one more move, so I can move into that one.
Okay, great.
Okay, that's all 3.
So I am going to check fortitude. I can see I've got +2, so that's great. So I can zip into another room, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use my first action. It's going to look at the mirror, and I'm going to go over there. That's going to cost me -1, 2, but I can still search. So my next action is going to do just that. So I'm going to record number 3 on the bookcase, like that. Roll the dice, and that's 4, 6. So 4, 6 is going to give me a green. So I can turn it over, and then I'm going to look and see if it matches. No, it doesn't match. Okay, so put those together like that, and I'm obviously going to I'm going to just check what I've got here. So that's okay for the moment. I will do a number 4 on that drawer there. So let's go down here. Got a curse. So let's see what we've got. Curse. Oh dear. So I've got here unresolved business. A spirit of a butler gestures at some silverware covered with grubby fingerprints. He won't let you leave until you've given it a good polish. So I must stay in this room for the rest of this turn, and all of my next turn. At the end of my next turn, I have to return this to the curses deck. So basically, I've got to finish this turn. I've got 1 action left. I can't leave the room, and I'm going to have to stay in this room all of my next turn. So what a curse that is, eh? So I've got 1 action left. I am going to do a 1 turn like that. So that's me done.
Okay. Right. Oh, I'm in a new room, so I can search the bookcase. 2 and 1, so got green.
Nice.
Hope it's the one I need. No. And then I'm going to... Is there a drawer? No, there
No.
isn't. Ah, okay. So I am going to look in the is a picture there?
Yes, there's a picture.
Yeah. So I'll take one dice and I'll throw it.
So 1 point of fortitude.
Okay. And then I'll do it again. Oh, that's good. 1,
3
2,
points.
3. Okay, so that's my 3 goes.
Sweet. Okay. So I've got to stay here for this round, so I might as well get things lined up for the one after that. So I'm going to turn that. That's one action. And the next action I will do rotation there. And I can't go anywhere, so I might as well just have another spin round. There we go. That's me done.
Okay.
I didn't need to worry about that door being closed there because it's the door of the room I'm in that counts, not the door of the other room. The only time it is important is if it's a blank wall, there's no door, then I can't go in there.
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to do some rotation as well. So that's 1. And then I've got 2. And then I'm going to go into there. For my 3rd.
Right, sweet. Right, okay, so I'm going to go into here and you know what's going to happen. So, okay, I'm going to have another go at searching through the bookcases. So I'll put my number 5 down on there, I'll record that, and I'm going to roll the dice. Okay, and it's 4, 2. It's a blue. Well, okay, I don't need a blue, but that's not a problem. Not for me, I don't think. So I've got a set there because they're 3 different colours. Now I also need to put that at the bottom of the deck because that's done. Now, the thing is, every time we search, we're putting psychic energy into the room, and the problem is with that is it summons monsters. When it's a 2 to 3 player game, 3 search markers in a room will cause a monster to appear. If it's a 4 to 6 player game, then it's 4 search markers. So we're playing a 2 player game, that means I'm going to get a monster. So what we need to do then is go and have a look at page 11 in the rule book, summoning monsters from the realm. So that just talked about what I just said. It's in the first few paragraphs, and it says in here the level of monster summoned starts at level 1. When all the level 1s are in play, the level 2 monsters are then used. So I can pick any level 1 monster. I'm going to go for something different. That looks rather hideous. So I put that into the room there. Okay, so what happens when the monster appears? So when a monster is placed on a room tile, damage to fortitude is immediately applied to all the players in the room, including the player that summoned the monster. Well, there's only me in there at the moment, so boo-hoo, that's going to affect me. So I look at the monster and I can see it's 1 in red, so that's -1. That is going to inflict on me immediately. Okay, so damage is subsequently applied to any player's fortitude if they are in the room with a monster at the start of the turn. So that means if I'm still in this room and my next go and the monster's still in there, I immediately take a -1 hit. And if there are more than 1 monster in the room, each one then will inflict damage on me. So I have to bear that in mind. Okay, if I was in another room and I entered the room occupied by the monster, you can see it says here on page 11, A rune can be entered even if a monster is present, but it will reduce the player's fortitude by the number on the monster's token. Even if a player passes through a room with a monster as part of their turn, they must apply the damage. So if I go into here and then I'll go into the next room, I still have to apply all the monsters' damage. So if it's crowded in there, that can be quite painful. So what happens now? There is a rule here about about more monsters applying. So if there were more players and there were so we put in if it was a 4-player game, then there is more opportunity for more monsters to appear in the same room by increasing the doubling the search markers. So there's a section there about what to do in that circumstance. So I'm just going to skip ahead to attacking monsters. So attacking monsters is a bonus action, and it doesn't use any of the player's existing actions. So if I've used up all 3 of my standard actions, I can still have a go at the monster as a bonus action. So that's where sometimes it's quite handy to keep a track of what actions you've done. So I know I've come into this room, I've used one action for searching the bookcase, that's made the monster appear. So I want to attack that monster, but I've still got a standard action left. So let's get on and start attacking the monsters. So page 11 talks about that, and it also covers all about winning and losing a monster attack. So let's see what we need to do. So what I need to do is I need to take the 2 dice, and I have to get simply over 6 or 6 and over, I should say. So 6 or over to be able to beat that monster. So I roll the dice and I look, and I've got that, which is great. So what happens then is I can add the number of fortitude on that monster, and if there were multiple monsters in there, if I wanted to, I could chain my attack. So I could attack 1, 2, 3, however, it's up to 4 monsters can be in a room at any one time. So if I won them all, potentially I could get the total maximum of points that those monsters have, which is great, and then I would complete my action set. So I've recovered the fortitude of that monster. Now I can actually control it, and I can put it anywhere I like in the library. So I can even put it in the portal here, or I can put it onto another player. And what happens then is that player immediately has to take a -1 hit. There we go. So that's my bonus action dealt with a monster. I have 1 action left. I can see there is a draw there, or I could move on to the next room. So what I think I'm going to do is stock up just in case and see if I can get some more blessings. So I don't need to use the dice, but I do need to record my search. So that's my number 6. That goes on the draw, and I put the number 6 search there. Let's have a fiddle in the round for a coin. There we go. Let's see what I've got. Oh, it's a cursed coin. So it goes out, and I'll have a look at that. And oh my goodness, another bad one for me. So this time it says, oh, what's that? You find a brightly coloured woven tube discarded in the corner of a drawer. It's the devil's finger trap. Despite your better judgment, you put a finger in either end. So I always recommend you get a bag of devil's finger traps because they're great fun to play at a party. So that means that now I can't do anything until I get free. And to be able to get free, I either have to spend an action or I have to use a roll to break free. Sorry, I should say that is I have to spend an action to roll to get free, and I have to get 5 or above to be able to break free. So that was my last action, so I have to wait until the next round for me to be able to do that. So it's over to you. It's your turn, and the first thing is you're going to have to take a hit from the monster.
Another one.
But yeah. But what you can do now is, as a bonus action, which I recommend you do to make my life probably a misery, see if you can beat it. So get 6 or above. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
So that's me -1.
And then I've got my 3 goes.
Yeah.
So I am gonna go 1, 2, and 3, and I get one of my fortitude back, but then I lose it again going through a closed door.
Yeah.
So that's my 3, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh no.
You've got one more.
I've got one more, haven't I? Because the thing was a bonus action.
That's right.
So we have a bookcase. So I will have a look through the bookcase, and 3.
3, 2. So
It's another
that's
black.
Red. It's a red. Is it? No, I
3,
apologise.
2.
3, 2 is a black. Sorry.
Okay.
Right, so you can split
So
that up.
now
And then,
I've got
yeah.
2 blacks
Brilliant.
and a green. So that's my 3rd go, isn't it?
Yeah. So back over to me.
So I'll put there.
That one. So okay, it's my go, and I've got the Devil's Finger Trap, and it says you can't do anything until you get free. I can't do anything. So I've had to take the hit, however, from the monster, and I'm now going to have to spend action points to get free. So my first action point, I've got to take one of the dice and see if I can get, take the 2 dice, no, it's only 1 dice. It says spend an action to roll a 1d6. So I have to put one of the dice. This is going to be a lot harder, isn't it? I've got to roll 5 or above to break free. So let's see if I can do it. Nope. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to spend another action. No. Another one. Nope. That's me done.
Shame.
I'm stuck.
What a shame.
What a shame. Over to you.
Okay, right, so I'm going to turn that. I'm going to go into here, and that gives me -1, but I'm still in plus fortitude. So I am going to search the bookcase, but instead of searching it, I'm going to return these.
Yep.
And I am going to get I think I'm going to get my blue. Okay, so that's my blue.
Oh,
I've got 1.
got your first secret. Right.
And I'm going to, how many have I done? Was that 1,
Yep.
2?
Yep.
So I've got 1
Left.
left. Okay, I'll turn. Okay.
Okay, right. Guess what I've got to do?
Roll a dice.
-1 on that, because I've got that in there. I've got to get this. I've got to get 5 or above. Oh, that's 1 action. Come on. Oh, 2 actions. Oh, yes. Got it. So I am now free of that curse. And what I'm going to do, so that goes in the bottom there, is I'm going to now have a go at the monster. Oh yes, so that's +1 there. So you can have that, thank you very much. I am also going to flip this over and I'm going to gain +2 fortitude, 1, 2, and that is a bonus action as well. So even though I've used up my actions to get out of that curse, I use that blessing because it was a bonus action. So that's me done. It's over to you. You've got to take another hit on that monster, which means you can't search.
No, but there's nowhere else to search
No.
there.
So what are you doing with the dice?
I'm going to.
Oh right, okay, yeah, brilliant.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you can have it back.
Yeah, thanks.
And I get that back, so I'm in plus fortitude, and then so that was a bonus action.
That's a bonus action, yep.
So I've still got 3 moves.
Yeah, 3 actions.
So I'm going to do
1
and 2 and 3.
3, right, okay. So the door you went through was open, so that didn't
It
cost
was
any
open,
fortitude,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, right, so I've got to take a hit. I'm obviously going to do the monster, and we could, as a 2-player game, we could play monster tennis for as long as we like. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to put that in there. So that was a bonus action and I won, so I've got up to -1. The problem is I can't search, so I've got to find a painting. So I think the quickest way for me to get to find a painting is I could either rotate this tile and go in there. Yeah, why not? Let's just do that. It's going to be the easiest way. So that's my second action. And is that my second action? No, what was my first action? My first action. Well, the first action I did was no, because my first action was to fight the monster. Yeah. So that was a bonus action.
Yeah.
My first action was to rotate the tile. My second action is to go through into the room.
And that's -1.
And that's -1. My third action is going to be to look at the painting. So let's see what we get. Of course. Okay, so that's me done.
Okay. Right, so I have I'm going to search the bookcase.
Okay. 3, 5.
3 and 5 is white.
White. And you know what happens now, because it's a 2-player game.
I do know what happens now. I get a lovely monster.
Oh, the beggar child, is it? Yes.
Yes, let's get that. So I get -1, and then I can fight it.
Nope.
No.
So what happens now is you have to take another hit. So it's another -1, and you can't search.
Yeah, I know, but can I?
So you've
Can
got.
I fight it again?
You can't fight it again because you lost. So your option is really to boost your fortitude because you're going to need it, or to get out of
I'll
there.
go out,
You're going to leave it.
and
Yeah.
that's another minus.
Yeah, but there's a painting in there, so you'll be able to boost your fortitude.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay.
Is
so
that
that's,
me?
That's your last action.
Was it? Yes.
Okay, so let's have a look at where I am. I'm in here. I've got -1 fortitude, so I really need to boost the fortitude. So I'm going to look at the painting in the corner there. 1 die, and that's given me 3 points. So that's awesome. 1, 2, 3 points of fortitude. So that's my first action. My second action is going to go over to the bookcase and I'm going to do an exchange. So you can see I haven't got any search markers here and I've got to 6. So what I do now is I recycle them and I go back to 1 and I look for my number 1 marker, which is on the board. So there it is. Oh, it's behind the monster. There we go. So I'll pick that up and I put that over there. And then I'll take these cards. So I'll put these back in the deck. Green, herbs, the crystals. There we go. That goes back in there. And I will go for. Let's see, what do I need? I'm going to go for the crying doll. That's what I need. The crying doll. So the crying doll. So I'm just going to put that in there. There we go. And so that's my second action. I've got 1 action left, and I think I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to go for that, and that's a -1. That's me.
Okay, so I need to get some fortitude, so I'm going to roll this. And I'm going to use my blessing.
Right, yes.
To get that up to 5.
Yep.
Which means I get 3. And that can go back in there. So I get 3 fortitude. 1, 2, 3. I might have a look in the painting again.
Yep.
That's 2.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go back in here.
Yeah.
And
That's
take a -1.
Yeah. No, because the door's open, so you don't get a second -1.
-1.
Oh, I see. Oh, apologies here.
For the
for the monster.
monster.
Now you're going to have a go at it.
And I'm going to
Just see
see
if
if
you
I
can beat
can. That's 7.
Yep.
I'm not very good at maths. So he can go
He
down.
can go in there. Okay. So you've done that.
And that's all my 3 goes, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to look at boost my fortitude. Look at the painting. So that's given me 2 points of fortitude. So 1, 2. And second action is going to rotate that room. And I am going to then, what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to go into here, which is then my third action. That's -1 for the closed door. Okay.
So I'm going to go.
Why would you not want another
1,
monster?
2, and 3.
Okay.
So that's mine.
Okay. So I'm going to do number 2. So it's a bookcase. That's solved the problem for you over there. And let's go. So 4, 6. So 4, 6. That's green. Wild garlic. Nope. Okay, so that's my first action. And then I'm going to do that as my second action, so that's -1. And I'm going to then do another search. 3. Where are you? Thank you very much. 3, 6, 4. So that is red. Let's see if I've already got red, so it's just basically getting another colour like that. So that's me done.
Okay, right. So I am going to search, which means I need to find my number 1. And I'm going to put that there.
Don't forget to put it on the search meter. That's it.
4 and 6. It's green. Oh yes, please let it be mine.
Oh, right. Okay, great. Okay. Now I'm going to change my strategy. Okay.
Okay.
So you've got your parsley.
So
Yep.
I've got my parsley.
Now,
how
many actions do you have left?
I've got 2 because that was my first one.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
So I've got 2.
Yeah. Now the thing is,
no, I know.
You can't go
I
in
can't
there yet.
go in there because I need to have enough fortitude to get in there.
Yeah.
Which means that I need to look in the painting.
Yeah. Very good.
And
oh, that's
got
nice.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So that's my third.
Yep.
There we go.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to try and slow you down if I can. Let's have a think about this. Okay, so if I go, that's 1 action, 2 actions, and then I can do 3 actions. So you're going to have to at least burn an action to rotate. Yeah, I know it's petty, but I don't care. There you go, 1 action. Yeah. Have you got enough fortitude? Yes. Right, in you go. So you've got to. You don't lose the fortitude and
But
against
I
the
do
monsters.
go through the
but you do
door.
going through the door. So now you have to see if you can fight both those monsters. Okay, so that's 1. What are you going to do with it? No, you just where are you going to put it? You've got to put it somewhere. Yep. Oh,
Yes!
you've done it. You've done it. That's
Yay!
it. That's it. Well done.